Welcome to a new episode of I Know Jacks. I'm Joe Talentino. Today I have a great show lined up for you. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, but for I Know Jacks, well, that's not really unusual, is it? I don't know if you're one of those folks who've been watching I Know Jacks for years. I know there are a few of you out there. In November, I Know Jacks turns 5 years old. I know, I can't believe it either. I really don't understand how that happened because it doesn't feel like it was really that long ago that we started doing I Know Jacks, using my living room as the studio. Isn't this better? I mean, come on, man. Well, that's what we did in the beginning, man. I love to shoot outdoors, but the weather doesn't always cooperate. I mean, what's up with the weather right now? Anyway, man, we go from hot and muggy to soggy and wet to beautiful like it is now. I know, it's Florida, and even though it's the Sunshine State, we get rain and wait 10 minutes and the weather will change, right? Well, next we're going to meet up with someone who should be used to rain and fog. At least that's what I imagine they have a lot of in the UK, right? Chris Chislett is back to put me on the spot with a new blind tasting test. I'm hanging out with my buddy Chris Chislett, the wine guy, and today we're gonna do an interesting tasting thing, right?
Yeah, so I had a restaurateur that actually told one of the ladies that I was doing this wine tasting for, he told her that if you were going to blind taste wines, if you can't see the colour, you wouldn't be able to tell white from red.
Right.
So if you had a glass of white and a glass of red and you couldn't see the colour, whether you're blindfolded or in this case we're going to use black glasses so you can't see, you wouldn't be able to tell white from red.
Right.
I think that's complete bollocks.
And I agree.
Yeah. Can we say bollocks?
Yeah, you can say bollocks.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Well, and we have done this test before warm.
So this is part 2 now.
Right.
So this is part 2.
This is part 2.
We have
busted it, then I actually got it right.
Yeah.
Which you were very surprised at that.
Blown away. Mind just blown. Yeah, I didn't know what to do with myself. So now we're actually chilling.
That's the first time he ever was impressed by anything I've ever done.
4 years. It's taken this bloody long. But now we're going white wine chilled, red wine chilled, and we have the control of water chilled.
Okay.
Then we're going to do it again, and you're going to hold your nose.
My nose.
Yeah. That's the whole idea of...
like when you're going to eat broccoli, you got to hold your nose to eat it.
Your taste buds, a lot of it comes through, well, that as well. But yeah, a lot of it comes through your nose.
I like broccoli now. My mom used to tell me to do that when I was a kid, just to hold my nose. It never really worked.
Interesting.
So
so you might be immune.
I'm immune.
You're a bad subject. But still, you're just a random person I picked up the street.
I am random. I'm going to turn my back, let him do this thing.
Turn around, pussycat. Let's... All right, we're all over the place.
So we're good? I can turn around now? I'm good. All right, cool. You guys caught that all right?
Drum roll?
So, all right. I can choose anyone I want?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to start here in the middle.
Wherever you want, okay. So everything's chilled, even the water?
I believe that one's the white one.
Okay. Remember, you change your mind, so just wait till you get to the end and you see.
I believe that's the red one.
Okay.
And hopefully this is the water, otherwise I'm really bad.
Yeah.
And that's the water. So I believe that's white, red water.
That's correct.
Yeah?
Well done.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
You like it?
I like it.
Stuff. All right.
So I'll turn around.
Well, yeah, and so this, I actually didn't really mix them up that way. I'm really got to mix them up now.
Cool.
So, yeah, I have no idea. Okay.
Chris, I'm so impressed I could tell the difference
Seriously,
between
mate,
red and white.
I hope they're watching at home because I have no idea what order we're in. Okay, sure, go.
Good. Okay. I'm going to do it again. So.
Bearing in mind, I now have no idea. So hold your nose.
I'm holding my nose.
Yeah, hold your
You said hold my nose, right?
You want to tell them that we tried it with a peg?
Well, I couldn't find a clothespin big enough to go on my nose.
Yeah.
Because I have a big nose.
And he wouldn't put it underneath. So, yeah, we should have filmed that as well.
That was... Water.
Okay.
Hopefully, otherwise I'm doing this really
right.
wrong. Yeah, this is a little harder.
Yeah.
Okay. Red, white, water.
Hang on. Where were you?
Red, white, water.
No.
Sounds better when I hold my nose.
You're off.
I'm off?
It's white, red, water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah. White, red, water.
Okay, so 3 out of 4.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
That's an interesting experiment. Everything being at room temperature, you got.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, it still worked out because how often do you bloody drink wine with a cold?
Right.
Yeah. So I would say we'll completely bust that as being a myth.
Okay.
But
I say it's what we're saying.
yeah, we'll call bullshit.
Yeah, we'll
on
call
that
bullshit
for
on
big
that.
time
Yeah,
on
okay,
it.
cool.
Or bollocks.
Or
for
bollocks.
English.
We'll do bollocks. Why not?
We'll do bollocks.
All right,
Okay.
so that myth is busted. Man, we got to come up with more things to do with these.
Yeah, I
fancy
know. Well,
glasses.
there's only that's it. That's all
We're
I know.
done.
I had to buy them especially for this. I'll throw them away now because I'm
All right.
never going to use them again.
Well, we'll see you guys on the next Wine Guy segment. I think he likes doing that to me. I really do. You just wait, buddy. I have some interesting ideas for blind tasting for you using those nifty little wine glasses. Revenge is sweet. Sometimes I just want to get into my car and drive somewhere, anywhere. Just get out of town and see something different. And Tampa, well, it's not that far. There's always a lot to do in Tampa, and the city has a great international flair, beautiful architecture, and history. The 1891 Tampa Bay Hotel, now a National Historic Landmark, is home to the University of Tampa and the Henry B. Plant Museum. Plant and the railroad played an important role to put Tampa on the map, and this museum makes you feel like you've been whisked back to the early 19th century. The 2.5-mile long Riverwalk along the Hillsborough River connects downtown restaurants, museums, and parks. At the very end of the Riverwalk, you'll find the restaurant Ulele. The restaurant is housed in what used to be an old waterworks building. They even have their own brewery.
We like to say we're native-inspired roots here. Now, by that we mean not Native American so much, a little bit, but who settled the area? The Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, the Italians, the Spanish, whoever was coming here, that's where our menu is derived from. We do use all domestic products here. It's all within the state of Florida, fresh from Florida, like we always say.
The Hydration Station Lager, it won us the silver medal of the U.S. Open Beer Championship in the American Light Lager category. This is a beer that has supreme drinkability. It's super low carb, but packs some wonderful, authentic craft beer flavor. Our boss, Richard Gonsmark, is such a genius. I love this guy. He put the two of us together and clanked our heads like the Three Stooges and stuck us in a test kitchen with a pilot brewery, and we just worked it together into a fusion situation.
The restaurant takes its name from a local Native American princess who saved the life of a Spanish explorer nearly 500 years ago. While I've been exploring Tampa, I came down to the Riverwalk to see what it would look like from the water. This is an interesting way to see Tampa. And speaking of water, there's also the Florida Aquarium. Personally, I just love aquariums. I can wander around for hours, and the Florida Aquarium has over 20,000 sea creatures and a touch stingray tank. When happy hour rolls around, I'd suggest Ciro's Speakeasy. You need a password to get in. It's dark, cozy, and their craft cocktails are phenomenal. Next, I headed out to the refinery in Seminole Heights. The refinery uses local Florida ingredients and changes the menu several times a week. Chef Greg told me that they never put the same dish back on the menu, so it's always new, innovative, and made from scratch. This was one of the best meals I've ever had. I'm in Ybor City, and I'm going to check out some awesome places to eat. I heard they have some great authentic food here. Now somehow Ybor managed to hold on to itself. It's still a melting pot of Cuban coffee, cigars, nightclubs, and unique eateries at every corner. Oh yeah, and chickens.
We take serious what we do. We believe in Tampa heritage. We know for sure. Before we used to say we try. No, we're not trying anymore. We're bringing back Tampa to the map when it comes to fine handmade cigars.
The Columbia restaurant started here back in 1905. It's the oldest continuously operated restaurant in Florida. the oldest Spanish restaurant in the United States, and one of the largest Spanish restaurants in the world, with over 1,700 seats and 15 dining rooms taking up an entire city block. This is the Spanish Club, and it's now a restaurant called Carne Chop House. I also visited a new distillery, Florida Cane, for just a little taste. They were right next door to one of my favorite places, Cigar City's Mead and Cidery. And of course, I had to make a quick stop there too. Craft beer is booming in this area. Cigar City, of course, is the big one, but there are a lot of other breweries, lots of them. Maybe that's why they call this funky building in downtown Tampa the Beer Can. Before I left Ybor City, I went to Cuba. No, I really did. The Jose Marti Park is actually Cuban territory. It was time for me to say goodbye to the chickens. So much history and so many stories. It's such a fascinating place to visit. That's why I'll be back. The Columbia restaurant opened in Ybor City back in 1905, and every year on September 20th, they'll roll back the menu pricing to the year 1905. The 1905 salad was $1.95 and a glass of sangria, 95 cents, or a cup of coffee for 5 cents. See, the Colombian restaurant in Ybor is one of the largest Spanish restaurants in the world, with 1,700 seats in 15 dining rooms. And it would be packed for their birthday. But before you get too excited, the birthday was postponed in 2015. It's not coming back this year either. Only very special birthdays, they say. So I'm guessing maybe September 20th, 2055? Here at I Know Jax, we do our best to support local businesses in the community. Visit our website to find out how we can help promote your business on iknowjax.com.
Call Joe directly at 904-345-0755 or visit iknowjax.com/advertising.
Now, since it's our birthday this November, we're planning a few more events. I'm hoping to have the details for you really soon. But make sure to sign up for the Insider. Every Tuesday I send it to you so you can keep up with what we're doing right here in Jacksonville and what we're planning to do next. Even where we're filming, all that good stuff. You can find the subscription sign up for the Insider at iknowjax.com. I'm almost back on track after the summer and Labor Day. Our production schedule got a little changed around a bit, but now I'm back to normal schedule. I started doing the I Know Jax calendar, and that comes out online on Mondays. You can find it on my website at iknowjax.com as well. So if you are an event organizer and have suggestions for something we should cover, and we should definitely include in the calendar, then send it to us. I'm working on fun things to do in October and our weekly calendars for October right now, so send them on over. I just wanted to let you know that I'm now sending out the Insider every Tuesday. You'll get tips and ideas for cool things to do, plus you'll find out what I'm up to and where we're filming next, that kind of stuff. You can subscribe to the Insider on my website at iknowjax.com. I'm working on something special for local businesses in Jacksonville. It's an online project that I'm very excited about. Now, hopefully I'll be able to tell you all the details about it next week. But first, take a look at this. I'm hanging out in the bar at Jackson Social with bartender Carissa, and you are gonna make one of your signature drinks, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what it is.
I have a Dutch Courage for you today, which is a gin-based drink.
Okay.
And it's a local gin from St. Augustine, which is winning many awards. It's a fantastic product.
They're becoming internationally renowned for that gin.
Yeah, it's they're making all kind of good alcohol down there. Some really good rum and vodka, and now bourbon soon. So, really cool place.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, I'm featuring the St. Augustine gin, and basically it's a martini. It's called Dutch Courage. Actually, the Dutch is the one who created what gin got known for.
Gotcha.
Even though England is what where it's popular,
Yeah.
it originated from the Dutch.
Gotcha.
So we have the St. Augustine gin. Use a pretty good amount of that. Then we have Bouchant, which is a kind of like Grand Marnier. It's a French cognac. It's orange liqueur.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, cool.
French
Oh,
based
that
or
smells good.
cognac based. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
And then I have some bitters, which kind of balances out the grapefruit and the sweetness in the Bouchant. I make my own sour mix, so this is fresh lemon and agave, a little splash of that.
Nice.
And a little splash of our fresh grapefruit juice. We use the
nice.
Ruby Red, the real nice sweetness, nice
Yeah.
little tartness. Go ahead and give that a nice little shake.
I like the way you shake it, baby.
And then I do a fine strain on this. You could just do a single strain, which I don't mind, but
Right.
I like to get a lot of the pulp since I use a lot of fresh ingredients.
Gotcha.
I like to get the pulp out of there. Gives it a nice, smoother mouthfeel.
You can leave it in and get your fiber for the
Yeah!
day. See how I think?
And then, since we use the orange liqueur, I'm gonna use a little bit of
Little
orange
peel.
zest, yep. Just get a fresh one there. Give it a little twist, get the
oils.
oils all in there.
Yeah.
Give it a swirl and a drop. And there you are in a Dutch courage there.
Here's to Dutch courage. I have the worst job in Jacksonville. It's awesome. Thank
Good?
you.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. That's it for this week's episode of I Know Jax. I'll be back next week with a brand spanking new one. But before then, I'll see you on the internet.